should be fun.
Hello, introduced to my Slash, and welcome back to Lethal Wars. Today, well, we're supposed to be taking Dragon Armor Trini into ranks, but apparently, our first opponent just has to be this. Clearly, mismatches are gonna be rude. And we can't exactly represent as much power as we need to, so that's annoying. Still don't want to rotate. You're gonna rotate now, aren't you? Yeah, wow. Who would have guessed? You're gonna crit. Not this time. Broke them, but it's still gonna crit again. Gonna get knocked out here because why not? No. For some reason, it actually finally hasn't. Dash forwards. Still in the air. And poke. I needed it to rotate, but it didn't. Now we have to try and avoid getting caught by something random. And that is one of the few random things, which is very much instant. And that's still in range. Now our opponent is normal. Not at the same time, not really, because not supposed to be an opponent, at the same time they are, because health is correct, but we clearly are going to see a problem with the character, which is going to be recovering a bunch of energy and still getting away with a dumb combo. As we can tell. Heavyweight slam! And hack and slash. Stay in your corner. And let's see. Yep. The way it just speeds up is the only problem there, so I can't exactly even just get away with running. Can't block there. Armor wouldn't activate. On fire, and what else? Well, you didn't press anything. I could go ahead and, yep, interrupt you! Go ahead, press your strike. And they don't, and it's still lasting too long. The fun part about it is the fact that my health is way lower than it is even appearing. Fire damage and damage... And middle slot still being incorrect display damage. They barely did anything, and yet it was quite literally only their middle slot. And here they get rewarded by a ton of stuff. You're running around with 0 blocks. There's a crit, but it's on the wrong opponent. Poke. Gonna get, yep, there it is. It's their block. You got mine, but let's see. Okay, yeah, that's... We'll see what you can do. How... Fine, you choose to continue. I was about to say, how long can you keep your combo going, but... You chose to end it like that instead. Get hit by a beam, we back away. Yeah, that's sad. Detection attack.
KO, you win!
Certainly a way for it to go, with Casey being half a mismatch, being only metals being them being in Ruby, but and then this happens. Yeah. So I have to have a attack in the wrong slot to just be annoying, and then of course. Yeah. Okay. Oh, heavyweight slam! This is not gonna be a simple one again. Fair block? Nope. Nothing there. We poke. Back away. Dodge there at least. Jet rush! Not paying attention. Up you go! And now we just have to watch out for Casey. Of course it won't help. Q system being stupid. You saw it go up, but it didn't help register the other one. Gonna do more damage than needed, and they're gonna get the strike again. Yeah. Q system not being helpful at all.
Oh, you lose.
Compared to the recent characters, Dragon Armor Trini still has her actual problems. Why she kept the low health super while others actually got changed? Ollie. And... Psycho Pink. Never gonna get that answer from Enway. They simply hate this character, it seems. Especially since Breaker used to be a 3 cost on relaunch, and Hack and Slash is the only one that returned to being a 3. The good thing is she got armor, so technically she's a little stronger than her release state. She wasn't exactly strong to begin with. You know, for other reasons. You really have to get crit spammed. You're going into the air for that one. Mega launch! And heavyweight slam! Yep.
KO, you win!
Right, also not to mention, it's still not frame 0, and Yeah, it still does less damage than Ollie. Oh, you're getting slammed! Let's see what your assists are. Yep. Gonna block that one. Probably could have just armored it so I could keep the block, but by the looks of it, at least, yeah, okay. Fine, we get knocked away. And it's rapid enough hitting. That time not. Mega launch here! Nope. Be aware, because of a few reasons, Dragon Armor Trini cannot remove a stack with Mega Launch at all. They don't disappear. For reasons that flying knockbacks don't work. Doesn't work on Levi either. I don't know what anyway messed up there, but they just simply haven't, they haven't checked their code in removing things properly.
KO, you win.
This is the third time we're fighting the same Saka Red. Once again, they're not exactly, yeah, fine. Go ahead. Middle slot blocked off or something? Or is this really how we're gonna have to start the fight? Yeah. And I'm not allowed to strike. Now it's rigged against me in that way. Can you not? Middle slot is blocked off. That is 100% the case. Bonk them, block, and slam! Now we can just try and not get caught by something, but... Yeah, okay, good enough. And now then, I'm not getting my super this match. That's not happening. Basically frame there. Frame damage perfect. So I'll have to block Alpha. No? You just... There we go. Sorry. It's just sad of that existence of that assist.
KO, you win.
And is this the same Antonio? I don't think it is. Poke. Okay, you're getting slammed for that one. You're not resetting my energy. What's it gonna be? Yeah, Rocky and lingering impulse. Fine, if I can get the proper time to show it, but useful, but you didn't reset it. Okay, here. And great. Okay, again being useless. Block in the primary slot, getting in the way. Here, 9 stacks. Got rid of none. Yeah. Flying knockback doesn't get rid of any stacks. They may bounce, but it does nothing. Yeah, I'm just dead. I get launched, and then they use the assist. No! Okay. Do this, they go for a block. And I can't even jump over the projectile. Yeah, I should have just ran after them. They didn't press anything.
KO, you lose.
Really? Okay, fine. This is the common opponent this time. You have a block? Clearly you go for the assist. So can you poke with Alpha now? Bad dodge. I could have dodged that attack. If I simply did that better. Okay, so blocked in the middle slot. If you're not going to... Yeah, that's not going to press anything with that. There we go. Now you can finally use it, but I'm pretty sure that's your defense gone. You almost timed that right. Almost. Please stop continuing that attack. I am still recovering energy, but I'm not letting you leave your corner.
KO, you win.
Bronze opponent. Also something different at least. So, going by this, we're gonna have the same problem as before. Quite a mismatch, and I'm gonna have to armor their... Yeah, no. They're going to use their strike against me, so I'm gonna have to jet rush them. No! We're not gonna block. If anything, we'll see what happens. Yeah, no. I just simply didn't press it. I had the block. Didn't press what I needed to. Up you go! I'm gonna slam you for that one! And now we have to be careful again. Great. Okay. There's no way to deal with this. I'll have to chase them down, but the question is whether or not they can block it. Yeah, they do. One fire. Gonna have to strike you through. Good rush in. And block. Slam once. And says it in rotate, slam twice!
KO, you win.
That's a Billy. You're not supposed to be down here. I'm pretty sure they've been exploiting a few things and ruining people's fights, haven't they? Up you go. Okay, going by this, they probably have their breaker. Right? Yeah, there it is. Everybody slam! See if we can launch them out of there. Nope. Fine. This is fine. Let's see if this works. Charge! Stay away. No. Well, you didn't kick me with that one. But you can't cancel that strike. So going by this, they'll have their block, but I have to poke them at a very specific time. Jump to the end, hit them at the same time as well. No kicking. That's your block. And I don't rotate, so heavyweight slam!
KO. You win.
And Aura goes back. Well, at least the only other Orca has been a mismatch, so not exactly a loss there entirely. Okay, we're gonna have to interrupt him first, so hack and slash before you get close enough. But that's not gonna help me. I'm gonna poke. Yeah, there it is. I mentioned that thing doesn't crit, but yeah, I just decided I wanted to randomly do it there. I rotated at least, so that's all that matters. Fine, you actually continue. No crit. We launched, and we don't have armor even if we landed. Let me guess, you're gonna crit, unlike the last one. Wow. Yep. I'm not letting you closer. Interrupt. Heavyweight slam. And now they're gonna go for a slash. Yep. Okay, I have to just dodge. You thought you would continue? Poke. Okay, launch! No. As if it matters.
KO. You lose.
Yeah, no big hits for me. This character doesn't exactly have long animations, and the ones that she does, it's not the greatest ones. You could have brought that crit against the last opponent, you know, game! We did it against Orico. I don't know if that was dodgeable even, but we'll see. 12. You didn't cancel, and I can't get out of this even if I wanted to. Okay. So what's it gonna be? Uppercut here? Fire them. Yeah, I got rid of one stack because knockback works. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. No! Fine. Nothing? Okay. We're gonna have to use a time cancel and launch! You dashed!
KO. You win.
Okay. That's not a Dragon Shield Zack. Press the assists. Yep. 1. And fire. No. 7. How much energy do you get, though? Poke. Slam. There we go. And we're gonna recover to 5 so I can stop Leo and deal damage. You have to dodge the Rocky assist if it's even... Yeah. Well, armor in instead because I failed to do the dash. There's the... Yep. Leo. Not a combo. Nor is it allowed to be one. What next? Another Rocky? Well, of course. But you continued. Okay, can we get a backdash this time? Listen, that's enough. What's yours gonna be? You're not surviving anyway. It's at least more than what your health was.
KO. You win.
Okay, at least we found 3 different Antonio users. But, yeah, I guess it's gonna be how it is. No. You get nothing! I pressed armor in the wrong spot, and yeah, that... It is a projectile! Yep. Okay. Nope, get poked! Probably should just let you continue. They have used everything already. Yeah, enough of that. You get launched! From here! That's a crit. Recover to 4. 7, I mean. What combo you have? Fine. Can't interrupt it, but it's only a stagger. Okay. Bit rude there. Yeah, fine. Did they think that? Yeah. That likely was a rotation. I probably should properly pay attention. The super is not a combo super unless you're the one with the advantage already. Or rather, you can get them to spend all their energy. Otherwise, you have to use it to get rid of a threat. And in this case, that didn't last long enough. Okay. You're not hitting that one. Stay in your corner. Let's see, do you have a block or is it... Yeah, okay. Interrupt you. They're not going to use that. Neck and slash. You're not paying attention. Heavyweight slam. Okay, so what's next? Damn. Well, the fact that they didn't activate says that might actually be a true combo, but who knows? Yeah, I should have just cancelled that. Launch you into the air. Heavyweight slam. Crit required.
KO, you win!
That happened. So, once again, there's Zack again. Can I please have a strike to start? There we go. And next thing, assist. Heavyweight slam. And next assist. Go ahead. Yep. Since you're all the way on the other side of the arena. Yeah, that's on me. Thinking that was even gonna armor. It's not going to. I'll ignore that. Yeah, this is fine. Really? Instead of recovering, you choose to attack like that. Okay. No. Yeah, that's on me for delaying it too much. I think I was allowed to get I think I was allowed to do that. So what's it gonna be next? We're going to your corner, so you're not gonna be able to stop this. They spammed Rocky. They spammed Rocky! Yeah, you know, that's not helping you.
KO, you win!
And it's over. Did we really have to fight the same person that Magna fought? We don't have the explosive damage we do. We don't have the same explosive damage. So this one, we may only have 5,000 less health, but it means nothing. Yeah, and you're allowed to get away with that. Yes, great job. There's your block, so you don't get it perfect. You're obviously going to do a lot more damage. Well, what's going to be next? Rocky? Not this time. Okay. Yeah, even if I went to the air, we could teleport it down. Go ahead, press your next card. No super, but we all know it's not going to mean anything. We'll deal damage, and we'll jump. Can we go ahead and, can we see something? Go ahead, press your super. No, of course you wouldn't want to just use it. Combos don't last that long with Dragon Armor Trini. At least we are fighting the updated Orion, so your health advantage is gonna do something at the same time. It's gonna allow me to do that at least and get away. At 7 energy, multiple crits. Knock down. Okay, so how many blocks? Regular cost. You recovered a 3 and you got a regular block. Really? Where's the attacker blocks now, game? We dodge with Zack because run in. And now, how about this? Like I said, no. That exact interaction is not random. I mentioned I was trying. It did the input wrong against Psycho Red earlier. Wait for a bit, and no, almost. Okay, I'm gonna stab instead of trying to think about going for your super, and then you can use it here. Yeah. Mismatch, and it's once again silver.
KO, you lose.
I did not keep track of the matches. This is match number 20. And now we have Trini fighting another mismatch. At least you don't suffer anymore, but ow. You did not need that to be that crit! They already have enough health and damage to survive for a while, and then you're not rotating. Game? You not be rude. As if I have what I need to catch up to this one now. Yep. In range. Okay. That means nothing.
KO. You lose.
I know I said it was supposed to end, but can we at least have a fair match?
2, 1, go.
This one's at least fair. Go to the air. The question is whether or not we'll run into that same problem. Nope, we're gonna charge through that one. Ollie's supposed to be after this, so can I get to 5 energy before they use him? Yes, I can. Next attack, breaker. Nope, can't backdash that. Either the backdash is not good enough, or who knows. It's a basic stagger. We're gonna charge and cancel. Nope. Okay, what next? Charge again. Only rotated. Maybe it wouldn't have been that simple. The moment they saw Ollie is the moment they thought maybe they want to use the button. That's sad. Okay, -9 from bronze. We landed on an exact bronze at least earlier. And then the game said nothing but mismatch. Okay, more like one match in bronze. Then mismatch, mismatch, mismatch. This one is not a mismatch at the same time. It is. Obviously, this is still a fair range. It's emerald to basically early bronze. But seriously, how are you there? They're fine to run this, but I have to have a very specific setup if I want to deal with that one. I can't deal with them with Dragon Armor Trini because she is not. She doesn't have pressure. Jet Rush is her only rush down. And then, you know, Heavyweight Slam is not a breaker trap. Something like Korag can outright destroy V2 if I have to. I've done it before. Daishi's probably not going to deal that. He does not have enough damage for me. While Korag is at least faster, and yep, that can be level 10. So yeah, in terms of what happened, I managed to get this level 10, so Dragon Armor Trini went in with a powerful Heavyweight Slam. Still weaker than Korag's Breaker, but that's, anyways, power budget. Thinking they actually did something. No. Dragon Armor Trini is still weaker by comparison to quite a few legendaries. Even with her super, because this thing is not that strong, and it's still a low health super. They literally only gave her armor, and I think increased the damage of this attack, while fixing the many issues with Mega Launch, which I think actually doesn't jump as high anymore. But as if that matters. As long as it does the follow-up attack properly, it's a follow-up attack. The second hit of it just, if it's invincible, so be it, but it's still required to hit the opponent to even continue. But the character from launch, she's a little more expensive since launch, but she is strong. She never had armor on this. Now she does, and she can cancel at any point. Alongside... yeah, this thing still... it used to be slower. It is still slow, but it's not instant. We got interrupted during one of the matches. But it still has armor throughout the beam, and it's in a weird situation of 6 frame startup of you can be interrupted, freezes time, gets armor, and then there's even a gap before the projectile hits the opponent that says they can potentially armor an attack and interrupt your beam. Like, you can just use Jet Rush against herself. It works. The animation is long enough and she can just slam into her. It's probably too much recovery to stop it as well. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to give a like, comment if there is something you'd like to see, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, not miss anything, and you better in the description. Memberships are a thing, you can become one and have your own streams at the end of videos, receive the links for thumbnails, as well as join the relevant Ranger Alliance with priority. And on to the next Power Rangers video. Goodbye.